Hello again, I'm Victor, and this is The Junkyard. Today I want to talk to you about Disney's The Black Hole. Now, there are two things I want to focus on here. First is the fact that this movie is not really good for kids. The second is that Vincent, the film's robotic hero, is the best thing/person ever. Ever.
I'm not saying I liked his character, I'm saying I loved it. If you assembled a team of all the coolest, smartest, toughest robots in all of fiction, Vincent would be their fearless leader. R2-D2, Optimus Prime, and even robotic Chuck Norris would all bow to his strength and wisdom without complaint, and in fact would just feel honored to be allowed to bask in his glory.
I plan to use the overwhelming power of my love for Vincent to alter the laws of nature, so that I may make Vincent real, and so then I may, in turn, grow a robotic womb and have his babies. Okay, so I've gone off on a tangent. Let's just get to the movie, and you can see the grandeur of Vincent for yourself.
The movie starts off in space, where the crew of the Palomino is trying to figure out what's throwing their course off. The crew consists of Vincent, Captain Dan, Charlie, Alex, Harry, and Dr. Kate. Vincent, the first character to be shown, finds out their course change is because they're a bit too close to a huge black hole. They spot a ship hovering near the singularity, apparently unaffected by the pull of it. This dink, played by Norman Bates, wants to go investigate. I deem that you shall die. Obviously, going near a ship in the pull of a black hole turns out to be a less than intelligent choice, and the Palomino is soon damaged and in danger. Vincent bravely goes out and repairs the damage, but his tether breaks. Charlie immediately gets up to save him, but Captain Dan orders him to stay put, as Vincent is only a machine. Charlie, you may live. Dan, you shall die. In any case, Vincent manages to save himself, and soon the crew is trying to dock with the larger ship so they can make repairs. Throughout these scenes, I should mention, Vincent passes along many shimmering diamonds of wisdom, all in the smooth, calm voice of an uncredited Roddy McDowall. They dock, and after a rude reception, they're taken to meet Dr. Hans Reinhardt, played by Maximilian Schell, and the mute robot Maximilian. We find out Hans is planning to take a ship into the black hole, and Bates is instantly starstruck. They talk and talk and talk. Meanwhile, Vincent meets Old Bob, an older model of his make, voiced by Slim Pickens. Old Bob, though battered and abused, in terrible disrepair, is still a strong and capable character. In his own day he would have been, like Vincent, a figure of modern mythology, a Trojan warrior constructed in a world full of panty-waists. We go back to Hans and the crew, and they're talking and talking, and having dinner and talking, and meanwhile Vincent and Old Bob are chewing gum and kicking ass, and they're all out of mouths. Bob reveals that Hans is off his rocker, and has turned the original crew into zombies, parading them around as robots. Vincent is understandably upset, since as he once told an old friend, freedom is the right of all sentient beings. Now, lobotomized zombies, that's pretty sick, isn't it? Not very kid-friendly, but I suppose it's not that graphic. Well, Vincent, Bob, Dan, Charlie, and Harry get together and formulate a plan of action. They'll escape, but first they have to get Dr. Kate and Alex, who are in the control room with Reinhardt. At first, Alex doesn't want to go. He's too excited about helping Hans make history. Then he discovers the horrible truth for himself. Gah! Gah! A gasping, gaping zombie. That's great for the kids. Oh, and now Hans has sent Maximilian to stop the fleeing Alex and Kate. Wait, what is he going to do with those drill hands? Cripes, he's digging a hole right into Alex. Alex dies screaming. Oh, and his corpse gets electrocuted. Yeah, that's PG. And Kate is taken away to get turned into a zombie. Our heroes Vincent and Bob, along with their sidekicks Dan and Charlie, go to save her. Meanwhile, Borgnine, chickening out, tries to get away in their ship and gets blown out of the sky. Vincent has the idea of taking the probe Hans was going to use to go into the black hole to escape. But now all hell breaks loose. A meteor storm hits a ship, damaging the stuff that was keeping it from falling into the hole. Hans gets trapped under some rubble. The good guys have to escape a giant flaming meteor rolling down a big corridor. As they're running through the oxygen garden, a meteor punctures the hole near them, and Old Bob stabilizes overwhelmed. He's gonna get sucked out! But suddenly, who but Captain Dan risks his own life to save Old Bob? Okay, Dan, you may live. Suddenly, Maximilian shows up and shoots Old Bob. No! Vincent swoops in and battles Max, allowing the rest of the crew to escape. Vincent pushes Max. Max pushes Vincent. Vincent shoots Max with a laser. Max cockslaps Vincent. Vincent... What? Hold up. My god. Out of the bottom middle of his torso, something with a very distinct shape swings up and hits Vincent in the face. Max really just used his own robotic penis as an offensive weapon. I'll admit, that's pretty badass. Anyway, Max grabs Vincent and electrocutes him, but Vincent overcomes the pain and drills right into Max's CPU. That V is for victory. Yes! Vincent tries to get Bob to come with him now, but the old warrior is beyond repair, and Bob dies in Vincent's pincers. Vincent catches up with the crew just in time to save Charlie from drifting off into space, and they take off on the probe. Unfortunately, it was pre-programmed, so they go straight into the singularity. Meanwhile, Hans is also drifting into the hole, where he finds Max, and they... Lord, I don't know. But the next thing you see, Hans, somehow inside Max, is standing over a rocky, fiery landscape full of downtrodden people. They are in hell. Hey kids, what fun! And after a long, lingering shot of hell, Vincent, Dan, Charlie, and Kate are guided through a wormhole by an angel and come out God knows where. Maybe they're near Earth, maybe they're in another universe. In any case, let's hope they have enough air and water to survive until they find someplace to land.
Well, that was the Black Hole. A universe where maimings and zombies are PG, where robots are better than people, and where you can survive in space without a suit. I guess my one complaint about Vincent might be that his pride in his own production model, it borders on racism, but at the same time, where humans being racist against humans is just monkeys throwing stones at each other. With Vincent, I mean, he is better than everybody else. Like you said, can't improve on perfection. Well, this has been The Junkyard. I'm Victor. Hope to see you again soon.